Jern. Can y'all hear me now? Let's run that back. What is up, family? What is up, guys? I appreciate you guys turning back into the live stream or tuning back into the live stream for our third rendition of Mock Draft Monday for the 2026 off season. Am I back, guys? Am I back? Matter of fact, since we had that mishap, since we had that facade, we already starting off with a super, so I might as well go ahead and stick to my civil duties of giving the super chats the rightful attention that they deserve. Shout out to my guy Futuristic Willie, turning y'all up as only I can. Oh, Ultimate Trade Back 3.0. So my man Futuristic Willie is looking for that trade back version of our mock draft Monday. If you guys don't know, we do two versions of mock drafting each and every Monday leading up to the actual draft in April. We're going to be doing a trade back version where we're going to be trying to coop as many sensible picks as possible. And then we're also going to be doing a best player available version where we're taking the best player available. It's pretty self-explanatory. The reason that we do both of these is because the Washington Commanders can use both. That's as simply put as it can be. The Washington Commanders can use both. The Commanders are lacking in blue chip talent, and they're also lacking in draft capital. So that's why we do two versions of the mock draft. I'm trying to get out of here. I got a hard cap it at 8:15 today. I got somewhere to be at 9 o'clock. So starting off with a super chat is amazing. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, Futuristic Willie. But let's get into this drafting. Some things have happened. Some things have happened since our last Mock Draft Monday version 2.0. And the main thing that I'm talking about is the reason why we didn't have a Mock Draft Monday last week out for a couple of hours. When it finally came back on, we had the news that Durante Jones was hired as our new defensive coordinator. This is the guy that had the passing game defense for the Minnesota Vikings over the last couple of years, studying under the likes of Brian Flores and Mike Zimmer. So does that potentially affect some of the way that we draft over here at Bleeding BNG? As I put on my black Adam hat, no Rocky, and I take the role of Adam Peters today, going into the Mock Draft Monday 3.0 for the channel, for the stream of the 2026 offseason. As I said before, we're going to give you two versions of mock drafting today. Our best player available mock draft, and then our trade back mock draft where we try to recoup as many sensible picks as possible. Let's get to the chat before we start drafting. My guy Jern told me I was muted. Futuristic Willie, I appreciate you guys, but we're back. We're back. We're all good. Shout out to my guy Master Andrew. Oh, before I forget, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button so you're not missing any of this content on your Washington Commanders from us over here at Bleeding BNG, man. Because we just like the offseason. I mean, we just like the offseason. We just like the team. The offseason is our time to shine. Go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, flood the chat because y'all are part of my little caucus, even though I don't have the background today. Yes, I am Black Adam, but I need somebody to command this front office at this point. I feel like we used to know everybody in the front office at one point when you were Washington Redskins fans back in the day, and that wasn't necessarily a good thing. And I don't know too many people outside of Adam Peters and Lance Newmark in the front office, but guess what? That's what we're using y'all for. So go ahead, flood the chat. Let me know how you feel about both of these drafts in live time, because guess what? I feed off you guys. Pause. But yeah, my man Master Andrew said, been thinking if Bailey Bain are off, what do you think of taking a DT? We need a nose tackle that is part of his Flores defense. Maybe getting a Caleb Banks or a Peter Woods after trading back a little. If Bailey and Banks are off, I wouldn't scoff at it. To be honest, if Bailey and let me not say that. Because when we played our hearts out like it was motherfucking Remember the Titans or Glory Road, week 18 against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we fell out of the 5th pick and ended up falling to 7th. My running joke was that I saw the timeline start to get hyped about Peter Woods, and it wasn't really necessarily a joke. It was the truth. And Everybody start talking about how I was pessimistic and all that. No, y'all know y'all come to Bleeding B&G for the most raw, uncut, and unfiltered analysis. So when we had the thought of having the top 5 pick, Peter Woods was never in our mentions. Like, we were never talking about Peter Woods. And it was ironic that everybody became big Peter Woods fans when we started to fall to 7. While I don't think that we need to stay at 7 to select Peter Woods, I've come to the realization, and it ain't even a realization, we got so many holes. It depends on what we get back in a coop. But I wouldn't, now that I know that we're likely to run a more than likely 3-4 style hybrid, 4-2-5 style base defense, I would understand drafting the likes of Peter Woods. You probably got Deron Payne here for one more year. And if you drafting, or if you're running a 3-4 base, I honestly think Javon Kinlaw can excel. I ain't even gonna say excel. I ain't gonna put those high expectations. I think Javon Kinlaw can be a serviceable to above average 3-4 defensive end. So I mean, we do need a nose tackle for the future. I don't know how Deron Payne. Shit, you gotta go back to what, like Payne's rookie year, to remember how he was playing in the 3-4, and I don't think it was amazing. I know he played a lot of 3-4 in that 2-gap scheme at Alabama, but I wouldn't scoff at it. I wouldn't scoff at it, Master Andrew. I wouldn't scoff at it at all. So before we get to the drafting, like I said, y'all go ahead and flood the chat. We started off with a super. Shout out to my man Futuristic Willie. So we started off on a good foot. But I'm about to get into drafting. Y'all let me know in the chat. Are we doing the trade back version first, or we doing best player available? Like I said, I'm trying to hard cap it at 8:15. I got somewhere to be at 9. Tim Settle was at his neck rookie. They did come in as rookies together. And there were a lot of people that saying that Tim Settle was better as a bang for your buck, pound for pound, as far as like the type of production that they gave throughout their rookie years. I think Payne has ascended and taken that gap past Tim Settle, who hasn't been more than a rotational defensive lineman over the last couple of years in his career. But that is true. That is true. That's not revisionist history at all. So are we going trade back version, or we going best player available? Y'all let me know in the chat. We getting more and more. We getting closer to 100 viewers in the chat. Y'all let me know. Don't sit there and be idle. I need y'all to be a part of this front office. Y'all want to be a part of the front office any other time. Y'all want to make GM. Y'all want to be armchair GMs any other time. This is the time to be actual armchair GMs with your boy Black Adam. Let me go ahead and put it on the hat. Because if we don't, hey, I might as well go ahead and make the decision for myself. Let's go best player available first. All right, shout out my man Futuristic Willie. Let's go BPA. Futuristic Willie, since you started off with the super, you my last Newmark for today. You Black Lance. You Black, right? You look black in that picture. Nah. I got you, Mike. Nah, you was too late, Mike. Just make sure you stay. Just make sure you stay for the trade back version. But we're going best player available version. I think what we have 5 or 6 picks. Somebody told me we have 6 picks after the Brian Robinson trade. I ain't even looking into it. Because I've been the snowstorm got y'all like, bro. The snowstorm got me like living different. Like, I've been more in touch with like my inner peace. I've been hella like, yeah. I don't know even how to explain it. The bill since the snowstorm started, the IRS might not want to hear that. It is tax season though. I gotta go ahead hard on my tax lady. But yeah, the snowstorm is really like my days running together. Every day just ends in Y. Every day is the same. But yeah, let's tap in. Best player available first. Best player available version first. Shout out my guy Mike Moses in the chat. Who else? My man Coley 04. Yeah, let's go BPA. And don't forget. All right, we got 6 picks. We got 6 Journeys. All right, don't forget. We treat you seen. Actually, hey, we treat super chats a little different here. If you want to be a part of the caucus for real, go ahead and send that super chat. And we don't really take in consideration what you gotta say. Like, I'm dead ass. I think in the first stream, in the mock draft version 1.0 stream, I even made a pick for somebody because they sent in the super. So hey, if you're really feeling yourself, if you're feeling frisky, let's get into it. All right, let's get into the draft. BPA version, 7 rounds. The only thing about Pro Football Network is these fucking pop-ups, bro. Is there any way that I could stop these pop? I used to be like hella tech savvy. Then I got into teaching. I don't know what happened. All right, let's get into it. 7 draft or 7 rounds, normal speed, Washington Commanders. All right, so we got who we got so far? Let's see. So we already at the 7th pick. I thought I picked normal pace, but this shit moving fast as fuck. We going best player available. So right now, we're not even entertaining those trade offers. Let's see what they are, though. Let's see what they are. We got time. Let's see what they are. The Baltimore Ravens were offering pick 14, pick 45, and a 2027 4th round pick just for our first round pick, just to move up 7 picks for us to move back 7. And the Cincinnati Bengals were offering pick 10 and pick 41 for pick 7 and 71. I'm not going to lie. If this was the trade back version, I would be super enticed by this Cincinnati Bengals offer. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's see who's on the board. Since this is the best player available version, let's go ahead and get this ad out the way. Let's see who already went. Fernando Mendoza won as expected. Caleb Downs went 2 to Ohio State. To the Jets. I don't expect that to happen in real life. Carnell Tate, number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals, wide receiver. That's a possibility. They just stacking wide receivers in that room, but I can see it. I'm not going to lie. I really think that the Cardinals are the most likely team to draft the edge that we want, whether that be David Bailey, who's my number 1 edge, or a Ruben Bain. I think that they can select both of those guys. Arville Reese to Tennessee, Jordan Tyson. Damn, that's my wide receiver 1 in the draft to the New York Giants. Him and Malik Neighbors. If Malik Neighbors doesn't come back with a peg leg, that's a lethal duo. And then Spencer Fano to the Cleveland Browns at 6. All right, so we're on the board. We got Ruben Bain on the board. We got Keldrick Falk, Jeremiah Love, David Bailey, Peter Woods. Those are the top 5 prospects available according to Pro Football Network's big board. Let's see who else is on the board that might be in consideration. I know who y'all want me to draft. I already know who y'all want me to draft. Let's see. Caleb Lemieux is available. Man, we went David Bailey when we went best player available in the mock draft version. Are we spamming David Bailey this offseason? Are we spamming David Bailey? Y'all let me know. Are we going to end up spamming David Bailey if he fall to 7 every time? Is there even a point of doing this best player available? Yeah, because he might go before 7. My man Master Andrew said we got 6. Big problem is I can't imagine a lot of teams wanting to trade up in this draft. It really is a mid-draft. I agree, Master Andrew. You preaching to the choir. And if you've been tapped into the channel for the last 4 weeks, this is all the reason why I'm still harping over us winning a meaningless Week 18 game against the fucking MASH unit, against the replacements. I agree. So, I mean, it depends. It depends on how the draft falls. I think Dante Moore going back to Oregon kind of shook it up as far as like, yeah, if there was any likely of anybody trading up into the top 5 or 7, if you want to consider the Washington Commanders a trade candidate, those chances kind of slipped when he returned back to Oregon because it's a shoo-in that Mendoza is going to go number 1. So I agree. I know you put an LOL, but that's just all facts. My brother. All right. You're going to learn today. All right, we're going to Kevin Hart. We got Kevin Hart in the war room. Yes, sir. Shout out to Cole Talker. Kevin Hart in the war room. I feel it. Yes, sir. You're going to learn today. Yes, girl point. Ruben Bain, Sonny Styles. Caleb Downs went number 2. Ruben Bain, Sonny Styles, and David Bailey are still all on the board. Caleb Downs went number 2 to New York. So who we going? Are we going Sonny Styles? Are we going Sonny? I think if we go best player available, right? I know. Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. I know edge is our biggest need. Y'all ain't got to tell me. But if we're going best football player available, is David Bailey a better football player than Sonny Styles? Y'all let me know in the chat. Is David Bailey a better football player than Sonny Styles? What my man Resale Lab say? What he say? I seen some shit where they going down. It's going to fall though as at least 10 because of how contracts works with it. Yeah, I saw that too. They said that for Downs and Sonny Styles for how contracts work for safeties and linebackers. They did. I seen that article too. That's the case, then I could definitely see us packing up because we cheap as hell. We are cheap. But the thing is, right? Like, if it's a blue chip talent, I saw that article too, and it makes sense, right? Like, if you're looking at it from an analytic point of view, right? But if it's a blue chip talent, you're gonna end up paying him the big bag regardless. You're gonna end up paying him the bag regardless. So you got to do it at some point. So why not do it when he's nice as a youngin, when he probably give you his best production that he's gonna give you in his career? I saw that article too. David Bailey, we got David Bailey. We do need an edge. We do need an edge. All right, so since we went David Bailey last draft, are we gonna go? I'm not even gonna give y'all the option to draft David Bailey. Are we going Sonny Styles or Ruben Bain here? Y'all let me know. I know Josh Johnson got a commercial. That shit is fucking nuts. Styles is the next Fred Warner. I can see it. I think Devontae Jones is going to run more of a 3-4 system than they run in San Francisco, but I can see it. Coley 04 says Styles better. I'm not giving you any pushback on that. That's why I asked the question. That is why I asked the question. I said we got who got the biggest upside. Damn, I need to hurry up. I'm trying to be out here at 8:15. Styles. All right, we got Styles. I gotta make a decision, y'all. We got Styles. We got Bain. Yeah, Styles, Jordan McGee. Hey, we got some Sonny Styles truthers in the chat. Are we a Sonny Styles hive as a fan base? Are we a Sonny Styles hive? Yes. Yes. If we trade down and take Sonny, but if we take that, trade down to what? This best player available. And how far back you think we trading down and still getting Sonny Styles? I think we might go 8. All right, let's go Ruben Bain. Since we went David Bailey and mock draft 1.0, let's go Ruben Bain. He is the number 2 player on a big board, so he's technically the best player available. Let's go Ruben Bain. He's my edge number 2. Hence why I took David Bailey when they both were available in mock draft version 1.0. But in the sense of not being still, because, we got to keep fresh content over here, Bleeding BNG. Ruben Bain, you are Washington Commander. Let's go. How we liking the pick in the war room? I've turned in the card. Y'all dabbing me up in the war room? Y'all punching air? How we liking the pick? Black Adam had to put on his Black Adam hat. No Rocky. How we liking the pick? Bang. Code talking must have liked that pick. Dang it, I missed some of this. Downs went 2, George. Downs went 2, bro. Big Dops in the war room. Downs went 2. He wasn't even available. All right, Command Alt liked it in the chat. Command Alt, we doing best play available. Y'all Big Daps in the war room, like my man Jern said. And y'all know since we going best play available and we not trading back, we do for a long night. We do for a long wait right here. So we got a lot of dapping up to do in the war rooms. Big Daps in the war room. Big Daps in the chat. Clapping emoji. Put a clapping emoji in the chat. Clapping emojis in the chat. All right, my man George good with Bang. All right, bet. We lit. See, y'all got me feeling good. This is the type of shit that made me fucking pimp walk around Ashburn. Oh, we got a hater. Are these thumbs down or I'm blind? Oh, yes, sir. My fault. My fault. I thought those was thumbs downs, Michael Moses. I'm blind. I ain't got my glasses on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shit. Hey, man, I might wear a suit and tie. I might wear a suit and tie next stream. I got a burgundy and gold tie, too. I might wear a suit and tie next stream. Nah, I might do that closer to the draft. What they say? What we talking about? Whenever I get 10 super chats in the stream, the next stream I'm popping up in a suit and tie. We got one super chat so far, so that shit could be next week if we being honest. The next stream I get 10 super chats. The stream after that, I'm wearing a suit and tie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big dap ups in the chat. Big dap ups in the chat. I'm worried Bane is it too slow. I can see it. That's the reason. I don't know if it's too slow. I'm honestly more worried about his measurables than his twitchiness. He's twitched up. He's twitched up. I don't know if it's the hands. Like his hands are super. He got some of the best hands I've seen of a prospect. Yo, I haven't. I didn't. I think. Did I? I don't know. They said they was taking David Bailey. But I don't know if Bane's too slow. The measurements do scare me a little bit. Hence why he's not my edge one. Hence why we took David Bailey with the best player available option in the mock draft version 1.0. But I still think you got a hell of a defender. Like Bane can give you some interior pass rush that we desperately need that David Bailey probably can't provide. And in a Durante Jones defense, where like if he's really given a Brian Flores influence type style, positionless players are all the rage for those defenses because they got niggas lining up in hella different spots. All right, so best player available. We're not going to entertain these. We sticking with our 6 picks. Jeremy Bernard's on the board. Ted Hurst just went. Damn, I would have loved to get Ted Hurst. He's flying up the board. What the fuck? Bro, what? What just happened? Bro, these niggas make me redraft, bro. See, this is why I need a PFF subscription. These niggas about to make me redraft. Oh my god. Bro, what the hell just happened, bro? I'm like, all right, hopefully he's still available. That nigga not about to be available, bro. That nigga's not about to be available. Y'all act like we drafted Ruben Bain. We gonna act like we drafted Ruben Bain, bro. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Ruben Bain was our first pick. That shit just pissed me off. I can't even blame StreamYard on that one. I don't know what the hell. Ruben Bain was our pick. Now, hey, Argo Reese might really be the best player on the board, but for the sake of the credibility of the draft, y'all act like we got we selected Ruben Bain. Egg that I missed. Yes, sir, my man. Life like a lie. Michael Trigg on the board. Was he on the board last time? I don't know what the fuck just happened. What's good, bro? Like the choices. Just think Johnny Newton just scared me off from twitchy guys with lack of measurables. Is Johnny Newton still twitchy though? Johnny Newton had 2 foot surgeries in between the time we drafted him and the first time you saw him play. Is he still twitchy? He was twitchy at Illinois. Definitely. Have you watched Mansour Delaney? Bray, what? Have I watched Mansour Delaney? What? Since Virginia Tech. Since Virginia Tech. If we were trading back, Mansour Delaney would probably be one of my like guys that high on my list of guys that I would entertain drafting. Depends on how far we trade back. I wouldn't draft him at 7 just with some of the guys available, but yeah. And I wouldn't mind a Mansour Delaney and Trey Amos. That's a long cornerback duo. Pause. Super pause. All right, so we back at 71. Yeah, then you're gonna say that we took, man, fuck it. We took Alvaro Reese. I don't know, man. I don't know. Back at the board at 71. Denzel Boston fell all the way to 71. He must have had the nastiest gauntlet drill in combat history. Are we taking Denzel? We need some offensive playmakers. We got our linebacker / edge. If you shit, we got Alvaro Reese. Man, who we taking? Who we taking? Who we taking? Who we going with? Who we going with? We going with Boston, Bernard. We going with Trigg. So for this draft, I got Alvaro Reese because the last one when I drafted Ruben Bain fucking refreshed. We going Boston. We going Trigg. I think Boston gives us a guy that we need as a 6'5" receiver. Big body. All right, let's go Boston because the value there, if we really taking best player available, yeah, let's go Boston. Denzel Boston, Alvaro Reese, first 2 picks. How we feeling in the chat? I know, hey, if you missed it, the Ruben Bain draft refreshed. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Y'all go ahead and send them super chats, though, so I can pay for a PFF subscription so this shit don't keep happening. But, hey, as of right now, I think I might be a little more lit than I would be if I drafted Ruben Bain. I ain't going to lie to you. Alvaro Reese and Denzel Boston, hey, blessing in disguise that shit refreshed. Blessing in disguise. How we feeling? If Alvaro Reese and David Boston were our first 2 picks, how we feeling? You good, gang? You good, gang? I just appreciate you spending some of your Monday night, your Monday evening with us over here at Bleeding BNG. You good, gang? Red Del Rio, my guy. I appreciate your support. Who, Mansour? Yeah, I think I knew that Mansour was from I don't know if I knew he was from Spring. I knew he was from the area though. All right, so we went Boston. Is Boston better than Treylon Burks? I would think so. I mean, I think they similar prospects. I like the move of bringing in Treylon Burks, but you're not drafting Boston in this scenario. Treylon Burks went like what? He went right behind. He went 17. He was the pick after Jahan Dotson, right? I think I'm remembering that right. You're not drafting him at 17. You drafted him at 71. I think Treylon Burks, if he didn't have all the injuries and have some of the future quarterback play, I think his career could have panned out where he could have justified being the 71st pick. I don't know about the 17th. I dig it. 2 playmakers, you can't be mad. I feel good, but it's gonna go soon on draft night. I'm gonna be mad as hell. I don't think that's happening. Like I said before you came in, George, I don't think it's happening, but that's just the way the board fell on Pro Football Network. All right, back on the board. We got Alvaro Reese and Denzel Boston right now at pick 145. I'm Michael Taffy interests me a lot from the guys on the board. I think you need a rangy safety for this Daronte Jones defense where you're running a lot of zone blitzes and guys got to make up a lot of space being in places that they weren't pre and post snap. A guy like Michael Taffy interests me a lot. Bud Clark has been a big name over the course of the Senior Bowl. They said he was flying around. Do we got an age on Bud Clark? I've been looking up his age. Bro, like he's like the incognito man, bro. All right. So I'm gonna go Michael Taffy here. So we got our linebacker, we got our wide receiver, we got our safety. I think this is a perfect draft for our Washington Commanders, fellas. I think this is a perfect draft for our Washington Commanders. We're gonna move a little fast now because if you weren't tapped into the beginning of the stream, I'm trying to get out of here at 8:15. Might not happen, might end up with a little more like 8:20. All right, I'm sorry. I agree. I'm curious. Denzel Boston is one of the guys I'm most excited to see at the combine. Now I hope he participates in everything. Yeah, Bud Clark old as shit, bro. I cannot find an age on him anywhere. He got to be old as fuck. That's the same like the dude Tyron Montgomery that everybody hyping. That wide receiver from John Carroll. Nigga like 26. I don't want any parts of that. Not for this roster. He might very well come in and be an instant contributor. Yeah, keep that shit somewhere else. I need guys that's gonna be here for. No, he wasn't there. He going. What y'all gonna do if we take the RB love? Who you like, bro? Mr. Fuck you all up. Nice name. Who you like? You an Eagle fan? Or you asking the chat what they gonna do if we take him? Nah, the safety from Toledo, he like a projected like top 50 pick. He wasn't there. He's ranked higher than Taffy, so I know he's not on the board. Yeah, Bud Clark, old as shit. All right, back on the board. Pick 185. Pick 185. So we got Arvell Reese, Denzel Boston, and Michael Taffy. Rangy safety, playmaking, do it all, off-ball linebacker, edge when he want to be. Big body wide receiver, and Denzel Boston is, I don't know why I say 6'5", 6'4", 209 pounds. Jump ball extraordinaire, back shoulder extraordinaire. If you love Terry McLaurin, you'll love Denzel Boston because he don't create a lot of separation, but his contested catches numbers are pretty damn good. Still haven't addressed the traditional edge. Gabe Jacobs would have been a big get in the 6th round. And when I say traditional edge, I think that Arvell Reese can play these in spots. And I honestly think he's the most perfect prospect for a Brian Flores type defense. When you're talking about positional versatility, pre and pro snap alignment, guys that can line up all over the field, I think Arvell Reese would be number 1 on Adam Peters' board. I'm Black Adam. He's number 1 on my board. But I think we could get a traditional edge here. Derek Moore is the top traditional edge on the board. When you go all players, Lewis Bond is the top overall player. We got our wide receiver, though. Yeah, let's go Derek Moore. Measurable, 6'3", 254. Useful on the edge. I like my edges a little longer, pause. Super pause. But we going best player available. 2 more picks, 207 and 223. I think this is a hell of a draft, y'all. I think that draft restarting might have been a blessing in disguise. I want defense, but if that RB love, what he said might be there, and do we pass? Depends on who's on the board. Now, let's say we know Mendoza going 1, right? Let's say, and I don't even know the teams off the top of my head. I ain't even considering. But let's say Bailey go 2, Bang go 3. This is the worst case scenario, right? Reese go 4. Downs goes 5. At that point, you're fucked, bro. That's the scenario where I would consider taking a Jeremiah Lane, a Love. Even though I might be higher on Jordan Tyson the most, and I think we need a wide receiver more than we need a running back. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that then. I wouldn't be mad at that then. And no, you couldn't pass on a Jeremiah Love then. But that's like the uber specific scenario that I don't really necessarily see playing out, but it could happen. Like it could. It's more than one. Put the Miami lineman down. More who? Are you talking about more that we put the Miami? Oh, you talking about it in the Senior Bowl? Yeah, I think so. My fault. I'm thinking of fucking Michigan versus Miami. I'm like, they ain't play this year. Yeah, I think that was him. They said he doing the most in drills. Yeah, I think that was him. You 100% right. That's a good pull, futuristic Willie. That was him. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. What? He got that old school. No, he does. Kendrick Falk. I wouldn't be mad. I got a hot take that is going to sound hot right now, so I'm gonna hold it. Oh, we got super chat. Shout out my man George. Got to give him the rightful attention that he deserves. I just seen it, George. I'm sorry. Do you think we spend on off season? So this is my philosophy. This is what I think we do. This is what I think we should do. We got so many holes, right? Our fastest way to compete is splurging on one or the other. Like, we're going to splurge on offense and free agency and draft all defense. That's what I think we should do. Because you want your defense to be young. You want your defense to be like, yeah, crash outs, all that. I think we splurge on offense because we have the money and we go cheap with young defensive pieces with our draft capital. That's what I think we should do. So to answer your question, George, yeah, I do. I think a Chig Okonkwo is in play. I think a Kyle Pitts is in play. I think a Eric Pierce is in play. I ain't really interested in getting guys tiers under those, to be honest with you, because you might as well sign Debo at that point. I think a Brandon Ayuk might be in play. Part of it is because I think he'll take a sweetheart deal to fucking – because he's ready to bust it open for Jayden Daniels. But I think Brandon Ayuk is in play. I ain't saying that he my wide receiver too. I've just said that he's in play. Hopefully Tyson Lee checks out. Absolutely. By week 8, Commander fans going to be tired of Bill. Watch. Shit, they're tired of Bill by week 8 this season. All right. Dalen Everett on the board. 6'1". That's good value to get at 207. Nice long corner. I know most names on this board. I know Capehart. I know Morton. I'm not familiar with Villari's game. Dalen Everett's the best player on this board. Bro, this is a hell of a draft. Oh, my God. Ariel Reese, Denzel Boston, Michael Taffy, Derek Moore, Dalen Everett. What the fuck, bro? Man, give me a job at Ashburn, bro. Y'all go ahead and write a letter to Ashburn. Y'all go ahead. If we send enough letters to fucking Ashburn telling Adam Peters to hire Black Adam, he got to do it. He got to do it. Do y'all see this draft? Hey, y'all know I don't even be glazing drafts like that. I be asking y'all what draft was better because I'm not sure myself half of the time. Do y'all see that fucking draft though, bro? What? I want Debo back. Depends the price tag. Then we get right. We at least gotta consider it. I agree. Jalen Tyson, my wide receiver one, Rich Network. You preaching to the choir. We got to consider it. Now, I might not take it over some of the guys that was on the board. Like we ended up with Alvin Reese. I can consider it all the fuck I want at that point. I'm drafting Alvin Reese. I love Jalen Tyson though. Would y'all have Michael? Would y'all answer this in the chat for me? Because I think this is the question that you need to ask yourself when you're talking about drafting a Jordan Tyson or a Micah Parsons. Because I think these guys are, Jordan Tyson's or Alvin Reese, excuse me. Because I think these guys is high incomes. And I said it on Twitter, so I don't even think this is a hot take. And he was drafted in the 20s, the name I'm about to say. So I don't want y'all to be like, bro, you don't know no ball. You just saying big names. When you thinking about drafting Alvin Reese versus a Jordan Tyson, you're going to ask yourself, and I want y'all to answer this in the chat. Would you rather have a Micah Parsons or would you rather have a Justin Jefferson? Y'all let me know in the chat. Would you rather have a Micah Parsons or a Justin Jefferson in the chat? Y'all seen the logo they use for Styles mock draft folks? I didn't. Somebody else said that Easter egg. I missed it. I gotta tap into it. As soon as I get off it. But Jordan Tyson is my wide receiver one. Y'all are preaching to the Black Adam strike again. If it's between Jay Tyson and Jay Love, I'll probably go Jordan Tyson. Would you probably go ahead and answer in the chat like my man Red Del Rio just said? He said he'd go Justin Jefferson. Would you rather have a Micah Parsons or would you rather have a Justin Jefferson? I think that's the question that you need to ask yourself. I think those are high-end comps if they reach their fucking ceilings between Arvell Reese and Jordan Tyson. K-Part. K-Part's on the board at 223 bet. All right, so we got I got to be out of this bitch in 20 minutes. We got to do the trade back draft. And literally like less than 20 minutes if I'm being honest. So we're gonna do the trade back version fast. It's gonna be fast as fuck. Because we gotta draft hella picks. Letting y'all know now. Let me go ahead and take this picture. That's a hell of a fucking draft. Arvell Reese, Denzel Boston, Michael Taffy, Derek Moore, Dalen Everett, Draymond K-Park. Rank that draft in the chat. Y'all go ahead and rank that draft in the chat. All right, restart. Trade back version, 7 rounds, fast. I'm taking whatever I think is the best package. I'm sorry, y'all. Got to get the people what they want, but I got prior engagements too. Didn't I say fast? 6, da. 25. I ain't trying to make all these fucking picks. Since we not drafted for 2027, I'm gonna go ahead and accept the Ravens pick. They gave us pick 14 and 45. We gave up pick 7. Seattle's offering pick 32 and 64. No, I'm not going back that far. Nope. Ooh. The Rams offer pick 29, 61, and 93 for us to move back 15 spots. While that is enticing, Sonny Styles is still on the board at 14. Jeremiah Love is still on the board at 14. I can't pass on taking Sonny Styles here. I'm sorry. Because he's not going to be available at 29. This is not a deep draft. How the fuck Denzel Boston go 20 in this joint? He went 71 in the last one. All right, back on the board at pick 45. Bears are offering pick 57 and 89 for pick 45 and 223. Jags are offering pick 56 for pick 45. The reason that I'm not going to take this draft is because Emmanuel McNeil Warren is on. I like Buddy from Toledo. And if y'all ain't been paying attention, Toledo like a DB factory. We might trade back from 71, but I don't feel like trading back right now because he's not going to be available at pick 57, nor is he going to be available at pick 56. Sonny Styles, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Back on the board at 71. Broncos offering pick 94, 108. What's the other offer? Miami offering pick 75. I'm not drafting for 2027. We in 2026. Don't like the Broncos offer either. We're gonna go Jeremy Bernard. How we liking this draft so far? Which draft y'all liking better so far? Oh, y'all answered the question in the chat. My man. Yeah, I know. I know, Rich Network. That's a hard question. I know. That's a tough one. That's why I need y'all to ponder about. Ponder on that as I leave out on this stream today. Would you rather have Michael Parsons or Justin Jefferson? My man Future Wister really said Michael Parsons. My man Michael Moses said Michael Parsons. If Debo leaves, the number of says for your question, give me Parsons. Yeah, give me. Yeah. Oh, Rich Network said JJ. Oh, that's an enticing question. That's the question I want y'all to ponder on as we look at these prospects throughout the draft. I think Jordan Tyson has some. Everybody been comping Arvell Reese to Michael Parsons. Like I ain't the first one to do that. Guys, I've said it on social media. I've been saying it for like the last 3 weeks. I think Jordan Tyson got some Justin Jefferson in his bag. Similar body type, 6'2", plays bigger than their measurables. Jeremiah Love. Nah, I would love that. Damn. And you love that better than Sonny Styles at 14? All right, bet. Let's see. All right. Let's go. Taffy's still available. We don't have our edge yet. We got our linebacker. What edges are available? Gabe Jacques, Jay-Sean Barham, the better edge, in my opinion, from Michigan. I like Gabe Jacques, though. We're going to pick again to 185. We got our wide receiver. We're running backs are on the board. I'm not a big Roman Hemi guy. I watched a lot of Maryland football. Not huge on. We got our safety. What tight ends are available? We go Barham here? Do we go Barham here? I think we might have to go Jay-Sean Barham here. Even though I like Gabe Jacques. I like Gabe Jacques a lot. Or we could go Cameron Ball. Yeah, let's go Cameron Ball. Payne probably be here for one more year. Deron Payne, that is. Back on the board, pick 185, Red Murdoch. Still haven't addressed the edge position. Shit. Fuck. We're here now. Jamon Tap. Come on down, brother. Yeah, I definitely like the first drive better than this one. I definitely like Jacques. I should have took Jacques over the defensive tackle. I agree. I pissed down my leg on that one. Andre Fuller. Nah. All right, back on the board, 207. BJ Payne. That ain't good. Ended up fast, but no, I don't think that's him. At this point, I might just take Jam Miller. Yeah, let's go Jam Miller. Get some more young legs in that running back room. My man, Futuristic Willie said, Andre, I appreciate you. Another super. I appreciate you. Definitely MVP of the stream. I appreciate you, Futuristic Willie. Started off the stream, ended the stream, capped off the stream with 2 super chats. I appreciate you for sure. Thank you for the supers. Let's see. So we back at 223. My man, Futuristic Willie said, Andre Fuller is the steal of the draft. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about Andre Fuller being the steal of the draft? I think he already went off the board, though. Like I said, Toledo is a DB factory. Already got one Toledo DB and Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Yeah, Fuller went off the board. Y'all want to know something crazy? Jalen McMurray, I coached him in basketball when he was growing up. That's how I know I'm getting old as fuck. He played on my brother's team. Me and my dad. I was the assistant coach. I coached Jalen McMurray in basketball. That's my claim to fame. All right, bro. At this point, we got edge. We haven't got in the corner. Let's go Colin Wright. See, and this is why I put a trade back crowd. While I like Sonny Styles, right? I get it. And I ain't gonna lie, the best player available, Mark, it might have been a little tainted with Denzel Boston falling 71, but that can happen. He have a bad 3-coat time, like teams are projecting. He can drop like fries. DK Metcalf went in like 60th or something like that. So that could definitely happen. And I don't really necessarily think that Denzel Boston is a better prospect than DK Metcalf. AJ Brown went in the 50s. So, and a lot of that was due to I don't think AJ Brown had the greatest 3-coat time. I know that DK Metcalf was fucking porous. That shit was ass. But I definitely like draft one better. Y'all let me know in the chat before I head on out. I had to cap it off at 8:15. We got what? 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. You love these picks? You like this one better than the first draft poster, King? What about a DB from Arizona? Which one? Yeah, I think I could have went tight in there. I know, George. You right, George. But I just looked the other day. My first class that I taught, they in the 10th grade, George. They about to be full-blown adults. They all damn near full-blown adults. I ain't as young as y'all might think I am. Like, I'm getting up there, bro. Y'all do have many years with me, and I would love to see the years that you guys are seeing and gain the wisdom that a lot of you guys have. But yeah, I'm getting up there. I would definitely be plugging grades at night. Yeah, I like the first draft better. But this draft, Sonny Styles and Emmanuel McNeil Warren, I think that might be a better 1-2 punch than, I don't know. All right, let me not say that. Styles trending hard. He is. Styles is definitely trending hard. So we got 2 Ohio State linebackers in both versions of the draft. I think I'm going to take him picking the first round. As soon as a bit unrealistic for trade backs. Sonny Styles looks to be especially if you get him at 14. I agree, King Lossos. Out of both drafts, who are the bona fide starters? Boston, Arvell Reese in the first draft. Who else did I draft in the first? Shit, I think y'all seen our cornerbacks. I think Everett might play his way into a starting spot at some point in that season. Who else did I draft in that first draft? Oh, Taffy. I don't know if those 2 are bona fide starters. The first 2 are in this draft. Sonny Styles, McNeil Warren, Jeremy Bernard are 3 bona fide starters. You can line Jeremy Bernard on the outside or the slot, and he'll start on his Washington Commander football team. That's a nasty combo, especially to trade back. That is a disgusting combo. I agree. Sonny Styles and Emmanuel McNair-Warren, nasty combo. I think we did all right for Mock Draft Monday 3.0. Like I said, whatever stream, the next stream that I get 10 super chats on, we got what, 3 or 4 today. Next stream I get 10 super chats on, at least 10 super chats. I'm popping up here with a suit and tie, a suit and a burgundy and gold tie. We really gonna be Black Adam for real. Yes, Jeremy Bernard will be a starter over Jalen Lane at the wide receiver position. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Told you I had the hard cap it at 8:15. It's 8:15. I appreciate y'all spending y'all Monday night evening with us over here at Bleeding BNG. We back at it for Mock Draft Monday 4.0 starting next week. Coming next week. Hopefully we gain more information. Maybe we get a press conference to see defenses that Daronte Jones is like, offenses that David Blount mentions he wants to run. We'll see, though. I'm not holding my breath. I'll check in on y'all on the flip side.